Hey everybody, console collector here. Today we're going to take a look at a few of my handheld systems. Growing up with a few siblings, handhelds were something that I spent a lot of time on. Didn't have to share the TV. Could just hide out in my room or sit in the living room and play some handhelds when the TV was taken up for the home console. So let's take a look at some of my handhelds. Here's the original Game Boy. Something that I'm sure a lot of you have played before. Pretty much one of the best-selling handhelds of all time. This particular model of mine has a backlit screen. It's modified. This is the one I played on a lot. Not the greatest shape, but gets the job done. Here we have the Hyperkin Super Boy, which basically allows you to play your Super Nintendo carts on the go. There is a S model now, but I've had this normal version for a while and I have no complaints. I find it to be a great little system. Stick your SNES carts in there. I actually do have one complaint about this, which would make sense, is it's sensitive. If you gotta pause your game, put it down, if it gets bumped too hard, your game freezes. Unfortunate, but small price to pay to play your actual Super NES carts on the go. Next we have the Sega Nomad. This is a very cool system, very oddly shaped. I really like this one. You can play your Genesis games on the go. My biggest complaint about this thing is the battery life, but it's comfortable. I don't mind it. There's where you put in your Genesis games. So, yeah, the Sega Nomad. Great system. It's a little expensive nowadays, but overall great system. Next I have my Gameboy Micro. This is the Famicom version. It's from Japan, but they're region free, so it plays all North American games. I actually really love the Gameboy Micro. Only problem was like some of the RPGs with a lot of text. It's pretty difficult to read some of the text on the small screens, but I beat Super Mario Advance on this no problem. Cool little collectible system. Here we have my new 3DS. Nothing special. Just this is my current go-to playing 3DS system. I put the faceplate on here. All sorts of Nintendo characters. There's my luxury ball keychain. Next up, we have the mighty PSP. This is the awesome, nice blue version. As you can see, very nice color. PSP is a very great system. My PSP is modded, play emulators and such, which is very cool. I love my PSP. Road trips and stuff like that. When I'm gone on vacation, I bring my 3DS and my PSP. Keep you busy for hours. This is my 2000 model. You can see it there. You can always check the model number by the bottom of the PSP. Next up we have my Game Boy Advance SP. I truly believe the Game Boy Advance SP 101 model is the best Game Boy period. This is actually a 001 shell, but I modded it and put in a 001 screen, or sorry, 101 screen. So it's got the brighter screen. You can see it's the 01 there. I played this a lot. I've had this Game Boy for years, so it's pretty beat up, well loved, but you can see the two shades of the screen. Some Golden Sun I've been playing on that. So that's my modified Game Boy Advance SP. Next we have the Atari Lynx. This is the second model of the Lynx. I do have the first model of the Lynx complete in box. Lynx is another early handheld system to compete with the Game Boy. It did not win, but it's a cool little system. It's got nice rubber grips here. Put your games in there. It's actually got some pretty good games, but again, battery life is terrible. What's cool about the Lynx is there's a couple games where you actually play it up like this, and then you can also play it like this. So pretty versatile system. That's the Atari Lynx. Here we have my custom Nintendo DS Lite. I put one of those cheap eBay transparent shells on it. I thought the clear blue was very cool. I modified it with my own little taste. I put white buttons in it instead of the clear blue that it came with. So this is my favorite version of the DS because you had the support of DS games as well as Game Boy Advance in the bottom here. That's my custom DS Lite. Next we have my Game & Watch Super Mario Bros. This one is just Mario Bros. And Game & Watch. I have beaten it. It's really good for its time. Very cool little collectible. I don't really play that as much anymore. You know, it's one game. You beat it, that's it. Next up, we have my Nokia Ngage. This is the second model of the Nokia Ngage. As some people may not know, it actually acted as a cell phone back in the early 2000s. It was a gaming device second. It's actually not horrible. It's not like my first choice for a handheld, but it's not bad. Bomberman on Ngage I actually really enjoyed. So, good little on-the-go system. Still works today if you have an old SIM card to play the games, boot it up. So that's the Ngage Q. Next we have my Sega Game Gear. Another system competing with the Game Boy at the time. It's Game Gear. It's before the Nomad. I prefer the Nomad, obviously, better games. Play Genesis games. But the Game Gear does a fine job. These had really bad capacitors. If you find one, most likely the screen's really dim or the sound doesn't work. Fortunately, mine works perfectly. Nothing too flashy there. That's the Game Boy. Or sorry, the Game Gear. Next, we have my Geo Pocket Color. Everyone may know about the cool clickiness of the joystick. This was to compete with the Game Boy Color. It's another great system. Metal slugs on here are really fun. As I drop it. So, yeah, Geo Pocket Color for an SNK. This is just a standard silver model. Cool little system. Finally, we have my Aqua PS Vita. As you may know, I like blue. It's kind of my favorite color there. But the Vita, it's a very awesome system. It's too bad that it didn't do as well as it deserves. I still prefer the PSP over the Vita, but Vita's a great system. A nice color on it. So that's some of my handheld systems. You have a favorite handheld system? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys and girls. There's some more of them just scattered about. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I am the console collector. Until the next video, happy gaming.